From Billionaire News Channel. Ms. Maliw, regarding lang po dun sa Gen Z, you mentioned earlier that 60% po ng mga bumoto ay mga Gen Z, no? And you're seeing that they are expecting new faces in 2028. Do you think if the anti-dynasty bill doesn't pass, how will the current political parties convince Gen Z that they are actually offering something new? And also, is the push for the anti-dynasty bill a strategic move to capture the Gen Z vote? Or is it a genuine attempt to change the political landscape before the 2028 elections?
Yung dynasty is optics. They needed something to show to the public that we're serious. If you review the proposed bill of D. Marcos, it does not. No? I-classify mo vertical o horizontal, hindi mo maintindihan kung paano, di ba? So, sa tingin ko yan, i-flinote para lamang mapakita, o may ginagawa kami ha, yung Gen Z, kaya ako sinasabi na yung Gen Z napakahalaga kasi kinabukasan nila yung 28 to 2034 eh. Sila na yan. So, at sila ay, it's a generation that is ruled by advocacies, like environmentalism, gusto nila yan. Yung mga ganong kausa, hindi ka trabaho, kausa. Ano trabaho mo? Ay, tita, I'm volunteering. For what? For cleaning the river, it's a different. So we need to understand the attitudes, behavior of Gen Z. And definitely, if you have an old guy, an old politician standing on the stage, saying, iboto mo kami, Gen Z will not vote for him.
And isa 2028 po, if new faces na yung makikita, does this mean a total reset for the Philippines?
It's not conclusive, but there are signs that show that the reset will happen in 2028.
Can I add, Professor Manu? Yung anti-dynasty bill, actually it will benefit those who are planning to run for a national position. Nabanggit po ni Professor Manu kanina na around 60% Gen Z and of course yung mga millennials din po kasama po yan sa majority ng voters natin. Kung titignan po natin yung mga probinsya po na in a way dynasty po ang tumatakbong governor or unopposed po sila, ang average po na voter turnout, halimbawa po sa amin sa Cavite, 50%. Sa Rizal po, 50% din po. Ang nation average po natin ng voter turnout natin, dun sa mga walang, yung talagang hindi siya dynasty, around 80% ang voter turnout. Ang nationwide po natin, 67%. Ibig sabihin po, gaya po ng sabi ni Professor Manu, ako din po, may mga employees po kami, partners po kami na millennials, Gen Z. Kapag ayaw po nila, hindi nila gagawin. Hindi pwedeng pilitin. So, ayaw nila yung mga kumakandidato bilang gobernador during that time, kasi dynasty nga po, hindi sila bumoto. And may epekto po yan sa mga tumakbong senador po na inaasahan po nila, mataas po ko sa Region 4A. But ang voter turnout ko, 50%. Inaasahan ko 70%. So nawalan ako ng 5 million votes. So yun po, kailangan i-strategize din po yan. I think for Senator Manny Pacquiao, just to give an example din po, sa Jensan, ang voter turnout, it has one of the lowest voter turnout ng 2025 elections. Around 38% lang po ang bumoto sa Jensan. And it has an effect sa national level.
Thank you so much.